Imagine Times Square completely vanishes. Hang on, because we are about to screech to a violent halt. That's right, for just 1 second, every skyscraper, ocean, and person on the planet launches east at supersonic speed. Would you fly off the surface, or would the oceans swallow you first? Let's just say nothing about this ends well. Right now, you're moving at 1,037 miles per hour, faster than an F-16 fighter jet at full throttle, and you feel absolutely nothing. Let's face it, physics is completely brutal. In New York, you're moving at 733 miles per hour, Dallas, 715, Los Angeles, 683, but at the poles, nearly 0. That difference in speed, depending on where you're standing, is the only reason anyone makes it out alive. The ground stops. You don't. Newton's first law of motion has absolutely no exceptions. Objects in motion stay in motion. What if you are standing in Times Square? You launch east at 733 miles per hour. You slam into the nearest concrete building at 14 times highway speed. Your body instantly becomes a bullet. You turn into a bunch of bones. Ouch. What if you are inside your car? You aren't safe. Your car becomes a 4,000-pound unguided missile. So does every car around you. You shouldn't expect an airbag to save you. You try to push the panic button. It is too late. You crash through buildings like wet paper. Before we wipe off the face of the earth completely, hit that like button and subscribe. Keep checking back for wild science. Let's roll. What if you hide in a reinforced concrete bunker? Well, your neighbor didn't. Their entire house is now flying at you at the speed of sound. A supersonic impact from their living room destroys your shelter. It is total crap. The air isn't bolted to the ground either. It keeps moving east at full rotational speed. It violently scrapes across a planet that just slammed the emergency brakes. What if the wind hit 1,037 miles per hour? That is 3 times the strength of the strongest tornado ever recorded in Oklahoma. That wind obliterates every major American city off the map. Gone. Instantly gone. Sound itself travels at 767 miles per hour. This wind is faster. You hear absolutely nothing. Just silent destruction. Bye-bye. Let's look up north. Alaska and Scandinavia get hit with 400 miles per hour winds. That is still 3 times the strength of the most devastating hurricane in American history. It flattens absolutely everything standing above ground. Trees are uprooted. Buildings are shredded. There is no zip code on Earth where you walk away unscratched if you stand above ground. 0. Now we look at the ocean. Water has massive mass. Trillions of gallons of salt water suddenly possess the forward momentum of a bullet train. What if every single ocean moved east at once? Every west-facing coastline on the planet gets hit simultaneously. California, the Gulf Coast, Western Europe, East Africa. What if a 5,000-foot wall of water hit Florida? To put it in perspective, the highest natural point in Florida is just 345 feet. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami tragically killed 230,000 people. That wave peaked at 100 feet tall. This new wave is 50 times taller on every coastline. all at once. It crushes modern skyscrapers like empty aluminum cans. Nothing left but shredded steel and debris. The sheer kinetic energy pulverizes entire mountain ranges. The rocky peaks of the Appalachians flattened into gravel. Coastal cities are simply erased. Wind, water. But we are not done, because now the air itself catches fire.
And then the Earth starts spinning again. That is when it gets truly horrifying. Okay, I know what you were thinking. Water and fire? Dragging the entire atmosphere across stopped continents at 1,000 miles per hour generates a massive amount of friction. Like rubbing a colossal matchstick against the crust of the Earth. This friction instantly ignites forests. It melts asphalt on highways. It sets entire ruined cities on fire. The rapidly compressing air violently turns into hot plasma. Whatever survived the wind burns. Whatever survived the water burns too. Up is death. The coast is death. The air is death. It is a complete planetary barbecue. And you still have exactly half a second left on the clock. 1 second later, the Earth spins again. The physics suddenly kick in. Everything instantly reverses. Water surging hundreds of miles inland gets violently yanked back out to sea. It takes every piece of debris, every crushed car, every shattered building with it. The ocean hit you going east. Now it takes everything back going west. Nobody gets a lucky second chance. The violent undertow drags entire ruined metropolitan areas down into the cold, dark, deep abyssal plains of the ocean floor. But wait. What if the Earth changed shape? Right now, our planet is not a perfect sphere. It bulges 26 extra miles wider at the equator. This is strictly caused by centrifugal force. The planet's spin naturally pushes the middle outward. What if that bulge completely collapsed? During that one single second of stillness, gravity takes over completely. The ocean immediately migrates toward the poles. The stronger gravity at the poles pulls the water away from the equator. Northern Canada drowns under displaced seas. When the Earth spins back up 1 second later, that centrifugal force returns. All that water rushes aggressively back to the equator. 3 massive tsunamis. 1 single second, 3 totally different directions. Good news is, you wouldn't be around to see it. What if every light on Earth went out? Our planet's magnetic field is generated by the spinning molten iron core deep underground. Stop the spin, and you completely stop the dynamo. You get a massive natural EMP, an electromagnetic pulse that wipes out every power grid, every hospital, every car computer simultaneously. 10,000 commercial planes are in the sky right now. They carry 1.2 million passengers. You'd think they are safe up there. You'd think they could just fly above the chaos. But the atmosphere just turned into a planetary blender. The sheer turbulence snaps their wings off instantly. Furthermore, the EMP causes them to lose complete electrical power at once. Their navigation screens go black. Their engines stall. They drop from the sky like heavy metal bricks. Ring bad? Huh. So, who actually survives this absolute nightmare? Let's break down the exact survival odds. Astronauts in the International Space Station. They sit at an 85% survival rate. They float 250 miles above the atmosphere,
They completely dodge wind, water, and fire. They don't feel the sudden stop at all. But they are orbiting a dead planet, a silent, burning graveyard. Runways are jagged concrete ruins. Eventually, critical oxygen and food supplies run dry. South Pole scientists, they sit at a 60% survival rate. The pole sits directly on the rotational axis. That means exactly 0 rotational speed, 0 wind. There is no coastline to flood with 5,000-foot waves. They wouldn't feel the physical jolt.
They would suddenly lose all radio contact with the outside world. Then, someone casually looks up. The sun stopped moving across the freezing sky. Something is fishy. They are the last people on Earth, but they only have 6 months of supplies and absolutely no rescue coming. Deep military submarines. They sit at a 35% survival rate. They are submerged far below the massive surface waves. They are totally safe from supersonic wind, but they are not safe from immense seismic shock waves. The Earth's thick crust slamming to a halt would trigger global megathrust earthquakes. The intense underwater pressure waves would crush heavy titanium submarine hulls like cheap tin cans. It would be a dark, terrifying end. Underground bunkers near the poles, 25% survival rate. If you are far enough north and deep enough down in solid bedrock, you survive the initial second. You make it in the nick of time. But you eventually emerge to a completely dead, ruined world. No crops, no animals, no sunlight. The sky is entirely blocked by thick black ash. You wouldn't last a week. Your spiffy underground doomsday bunker becomes your tomb. You suffocate alone in the dark. Everyone else? 0%. Complete biological extinction. I know what you're thinking. Could I outsmart it? Well, you have exactly 10 seconds of warning. You're wherever you are right now. What's your move? Drop it in the comments. I want to see you try poking holes in this apocalyptic scenario. Now, here is the part that should genuinely scare you. This is not just a thought experiment. Right now, today, Earth is actually slowing down. Global warming is melting the polar ice caps. That water shifts toward the equator. And just like a figure skater stretching her arms out mid-spin, our planet is losing speed. Scientists have already been forced to rewrite their timelines because of it. The Earth is changing right now under your feet. Reality is a highly fragile balance of momentum and gravity. We blindly assume the solid ground will hold us. We assume the fast spin will keep us perfectly grounded. But we are temporary biological passengers clinging to a doomed cosmic rock. Even if the spin never stops, the sun will eventually expand into a red giant. It will swallow the Earth whole. The oceans will boil. The crust will melt. It won't matter if you have a bunker. We'll all die anyway. Extinction is carved into our planet's future. If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe. The universe has laws, but we're here to push them to the breaking point. I'm Rabo, and the lab is always open. Catch you on the next one.